right, so first of all, some channel updates. So I finally bought a new microphone. I finally realized it really was the microphone. I spent a lot of time yesterday trying to work on the audio. I actually paid for a studio version of my editing software, and that didn't really do anything. And I was like, what's going on? I went through AI, and ultimately I realized that like just the initial volume was too low, and it gave me the numbers. It was like this decibel level thing is supposed to be like 12 to 16 or something. I was at like 20, which is like too low. It's like negatives or something. So I bought one of these. I bought a used version, so it's coming in like a week, but that should help. My mic did not have the audio knob, which I realized was kind of important, so hopefully that helps the audio. A lot of the audio has been cutting out lately because I did a noise gate for mouth noises, but I think ultimately I just need to get the initial audio up because my voice is not the loudest and I do need to enunciate. All right, part two, changing up the format a little bit today because I have a little less time. I also might change up the formats a little bit. I kind of want to have a little more time to do a few other things for the YouTube channel. So more on that over time, hopefully, as I get a little more efficient. That's actually why I'm investing a little bit more into editing software and other stuff, so I can save a little more time editing and spend more time creating more stuff. All right, so as far as booster boxes go, I combined Scarlet, Violet, and I combined Sword and Shield today, and so I'm starting with the boxes that have kind of the most relevant in today's market. I've been talking a lot about some of these boxes and how like they're doing a lot better than before. Fusion Strike I feel like Fusion Strike has kind of already dipped. It's at $9.95. It's gone down to like a little below that, like 900. 920s, and it gets bought up immediately, and it's back at like 1,000 already, and it's only like $50 less than the peak, and there's only like a couple of boxes until the peak. Like this looks kind of like how it looked like when it initially shot up. So Fusion Strike is doing great. It's one of the boxes other people are targeting. Other boxes have slowed down, and so it's like I'll get to those later. It's kind of the ones on these other tabs over here. Fusion Strike probably not as surprising, but you know, it is holding up to the hype. People are buying into it. Another box is Brilliant Stars. It's at $4.90. It's been holding up well around $4.90. Some other boxes got a little cheaper, and you see in the 3-month view it's a little more obvious where you see kind of the slowdown. Like this is kind of obviously where it rose, and then you see the slowdown, and you see this peak over here. 10 sold the last 3 days. Yesterday it sold like 5. You see this a peak of 4. You just see definitely more demand over here, and so yeah, the price seems to be kind of hovering around $4.90 as the minimum. If it goes back to the 500s, then we might have also peaked on that. Just seems like where these boxes are going right now. Rudy says that some slowdowns will last a little longer, but I think some boxes will definitely be a little stronger than other products. They'll just remain more stagnant. Fusion Strike 3-month graph, you also kind of see the same thing. It is obviously where there was a peak of where it rose, and then supply has been kind of like higher lately. You see over here, if you cut off the graph here, like this isn't as high. All right, next one, Paldea Evolved is actually down $10. This Hydroto TCG has been putting up a lot of boxes for sale. I don't really know what the bottom of Paldea will be. I mean, most of the boxes haven't retraced much. If you look at a lot of YouTubers and calculate the numbers, they're like, oh, this box went down like 10-15%. That's the drop after it went up like 50% or whatever. So almost all boxes are in that situation, some more than others. And yeah, you see over here, Hydroto TCG has had really good prices. I think there were 6 here before, and there was like a shipping cost, which if you buy both of them, like you save on shipping costs, ends up being about $4.20 a booster box. We're heading back to the 440s. So yeah, we actually see people still paying the 440, 450, 470s for these. So yeah, Paldea Evolve still doing really fine. It's just people are investing in it just because of the price point mostly. Silver Tempest is one of the boxes also getting more sales. It took a little break, and you see one sold yesterday, one sold today. Silver Tempest back on. So you see how like it's also being bought out, not as much as Brilliant Stars recently. It's also a little cheaper than Brilliant Stars. It's about $30 cheaper at this price points. Even if you go up a little bit, you get to like $4.80. So definitely Brilliant Stars definitely hold about better than Silver Tempest. I mean, there's more Silver Tempest out there because it was on Pokemon Center longer. And that's Silver Tempest. Stellar Crown hasn't had a sale for a while, but it was holding its price point really well. You see no sales for 5 days, and yeah, it's at it's still 292 is already over here, but you're finally starting to see some weakness. It's going down to 80s. Like this was a box that like maintained its like 290 stats while everything else was dropping. Like Surging Sparks is $20 less, Temporal was 10 less, Paradox was like $30 less, Scarlet Base was about let's see like $50 less or $40 less. So all these boxes are so much lower. It's actually pretty close to like Twilight, which is at like 310 or 300. So but yeah, Stellar Crown finally drops. It's down $10 to 282. Still, it's about the same price as Temporal Forces, which also dropped to 280. But these two boxes are still more expensive than Surging Sparks, which is really interesting. You can kind of just see like the lack of emphasis on preprints on the older sets taking effect. Twilight Masquerade, it dropped a few dollars, but you also see definitely more demand last couple of days. 3 sold yesterday, 2 sold today. All this information is kind of tell you like if you want to make booster box plays, these are the ones that people are targeting. So it kind of gives you hints that people are targeting these. Like the price will obviously the market will change because there's actually activity. But on the other side, it can give you hints on either if you want to go with the crowd and you think it's early enough where the opportunity is still there, you can still buy into it. Or if you want to go where everyone else is not looking, then you can go that route. It's like usually for opportunities, you have to get in early enough before it's totally obvious that you should get into it. Like, if you bought the peak, you're probably regretting a little bit because you kind of got for a little cheaper. Long term, it's kind of fine. But yeah, Twilight has been around like less than 310 lately. There's a couple of boxes that goes back to like 315, 320. For Obsidian Flames, didn't have a sale for like 4 days. Flying sold 3 today. There's been Boost Impacts has had these cheaper boxes and someone buy them. People are avoiding these cheaper sellers. See, people are buying these for like 332, even though like there's cheaper boxes available. So it's kind of where people are. They don't really trust these other sellers. So that's kind of what's going on. For Scarlet Violet base, it sold 3 yesterday, so you see another spike there for Scarlet Violet base. Still has a terrible price ladder, but we all know it's gonna rise eventually. For like, it's kind of crazy. Scarlet Violet base is kind of the benchmark of like, oh, no box should be cheaper than Scarlet Violet base. But if Scarlet Violet base ever goes up, it's like, what would the new benchmark be? Then like the market kind of shifts because people price check, compare booster boxes to kind of price them. Surging Sparks at 270, sold 4 yesterday, 6 today. Obviously, Surging Sparks sells really well. There's more supply of it. People do like it. It's just, I feel like it's just kind of a timing thing. Like more people held on to it and they tried to reprint it more. So it's just so cheap right now. I really do think the time will come when Surging Sparks kind of changes, but not quite yet. I'll go over some price changes. So yeah, Fusion Strike is up 20. Silver Tempest is up about $1 something. Lost Origin is down $5. Vivid Voltage down $2. Paldea Evolve down 9. Temporal and Twilight both down 2. Surging up 2. And then Stellar Crown is down $10. Let's go over Rest of Sword and Shield. Astro Base finally had a sale after about 18 days. So yeah, the price finally went down. Someone didn't buy that one. They bought about 450, so that's really interesting. For Chilling Reign, no sales last couple of days. Ever since October 15th. This is also a mid-tier box people are looking at. It's more expensive than Brilliant Stars. So I think that's also why people buy Brilliant Stars, like just because maybe save a little bit money and hopefully they're looking for better deals. Evolving Skies has been down to 24.50 for a while, and there's 2 boxes there, so no one's been buying them. These are new sellers that have been introduced. And then Lost Origin, I think I said it's down 5. No sales since October 15th, so Lost Origin's been really stagnant, especially compared to Fusion Strike. For the rest of Sword and Shield, Scarlet Violet, Paradox sold 0 yesterday. It's around 265. Then it goes to 268. And then Temporal is around 280. It dropped to like just under 280. So you see like a few boxes there. And then for early Sword and Shield, no box sold for Sword and Shield, none of them for Rebel Clash, none of them for Dark Displace, and none of them for Vivid two for Silver Vivid Voltage. So Vivid and Scarlet Violet base are the cheapest booster boxes. That wraps things up for this video. I hope you walked away with a better understanding of the market. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for more deep dives in the Pokemon market. Tell me what's the next big investment you're considering in the comments. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you all later.